Time now for the Morning Rush.
We start with Kristen Curry.
Good morning. Still looking at the potential for some light rain here in Albuquerque this morning, but overall western and central New Mexico will be favored for the rain and snow. Scattered from state line to state line. Really, not everybody sees rain and snow today, but you can count on the winds. Those will be breezy to windy throughout the day. Tonight, still likely to see a little bit left over the northwest, but overnight into tomorrow, sunshine comes back. So today's the day to squeeze out the rain and snow. Of course, we'll keep you updated throughout the morning. Fernanda?
A federal judge is temporarily blocking the Trump administration's rollback of the DACA program. In a controversial move, President Trump ended the Obama-era program back in September. A federal judge late last night issued the order stopping the Trump administration's efforts to end DACA while lawsuits play out in court and ordering it to resume receiving DACA renewal applications. The Trump administration, though, does not have to accept first-time applicants. David?
Happening now, search and rescue operations are underway in Southern California following a powerful storm that triggered flooding and deadly mudslides. Rescue teams in Southern California airlifted dozens of residents to safety as homes and cars were wiped out. Not everyone was able to get out, though. CBS is now reporting the death toll from the storm stands at 15. The cleanup and recovery is expected to go on for weeks, if not months.
On to news, new at 6. The New York Times is now canceling a public event with James Franco. The cancellation comes days after several actresses accuse a Golden Globe winner of sexual misconduct on Twitter. On The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, he said that the things he's heard about on Twitter are not accurate, but he does support people coming out and having a voice.
Also happening now, the search continues in Clovis for the man accused of shooting another man. Police are looking for 25-year-old Gabrielle Carver. Police say the shooting happened around 3 yesterday afternoon. They say the victim had a gunshot wound to his left leg. Paramedics rushed that man to the hospital where he told police Carver had shot him. Now, if you know or see the man, you are asked to call police.
On to new details now. Former Arizona Sheriff Joe Arpaio is running for Senate. Arpaio tweeted he's running in Arizona to support the agenda and policies of President Trump in his mission to make America great again. Arpaio was defeated last year after serving 24 years as sheriff. This amid a lot of controversy. He was convicted of criminal contempt for defying a court order to stop racially profiled Latinos. Later pardoned by President Trump. We're waiting to see if the president will throw his support behind the former lawman that he once helped out.
Right now, police are searching for the thieves who stole this one-of-a-kind camper. It was stolen from New Yorkers while they were traveling through Albuquerque. Now, they were staying the night at the Super 8 by the airport and woke up to find it gone. Now, the family built the camper themselves. If you see it, please call APD.
On to new news this morning. The future of a charter school in Santa Fe is now in limbo. This after the school board votes to not renew its lease. According to the Santa Fe New Mexican, the lease for Turquoise Trail Elementary expires in 3 years. The board recently voted unanimously to not renew it. If the lease is terminated, they would be forced to move out of that building located on State Highway 14. The principal says they're not going anywhere.
Also new this morning, work is underway on the renovation project at UNM's Smith Plaza. 2 acres in the middle of the campus is now fenced off as construction crews begin tearing out the bricks to start demolition. Officials say the buildings surrounding the plaza will still be fully accessible. They add that fences and signs will be directing students and faculty around the construction. The work is expected to be completed by August. Kristen?
Today's Metro Threat Index up to a 5, looking at strong winds at the west, 25 to 35 miles per hour, and still the possibility of rain showers. Now, just getting word in that we're seeing some sprinkles out on the west side of Albuquerque. Keep in mind, in order for this rain to count, it's got to be more than 1/100 of an inch. A trace will not count, and we will continue this long dry streak. So, of course, we'll continue to keep you updated throughout the morning on the rain and snow. Crystal?
Today, PNM is set to argue for an increase in customer rates to cover the cost of 2 power plants. The Public Regulation Commission already approved a rate increase of about 8% for the average customer by 2019. But PNM is asking for higher rates to recover investments made in 2 coal-fired power plants. Those against it argue customers should not take on those costs.
New this morning, the Center for Disease Control says about 3,500 babies die each year in the U.S. because of sleep-related causes, including sudden infant death syndrome and accidental suffocation. Now, the agency says about 20% of mothers reported placing their baby to sleep on their side or stomach, and 40% reported using soft bedding in the baby's sleep area.
Time now for a check on your Wednesday morning commute. No major accidents out there, although we are pretty sluggish already. I-25 southbound between Paseo and Osuna. And just a reminder, Atrisco is closed between Bridge and Central because of construction. And Buena Vista Drive is closed southbound at Catherine due to gas line installation.
On to news happening now. Albuquerque's losing a Bed Bath & Beyond, and you can get some pretty good deals. The home goods store will close its location on Paseo del Norte and Ventura next month. The store-wide clearance event is now underway. The store joins other major retailers announcing closures and job cuts. That it does include Macy's, Sears, and even Kmart. There are still 3 other Bed Bath locations in the metro area.
And you want to take a look at this. A rare white crocodile named Pearl made an appearance for tourists on a crocodile sighting tour boat in Australia. Pearl was spotted for the first time 5 weeks ago. She is not an albino, but has a condition known as hypomelanism.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Unique look.
Yeah, I think that probably hurts her trying to be camouflaged in all that mud.
Yeah, good catch for those snapping on cell phones.
All right, time for the 5 facts.
At number 5 this morning, a Taos woman is thanking complete strangers for going above and beyond to reunite her with her belongings. Here are some of the details. Now, 3 hours after stopping by a restaurant in Lubbock, Texas, Lindsay Jones realized she forgot her bag. She was already too far away to go back. Now, she called to find out how she could get it back, and to her surprise, they had already sent it to her overnight. Now, she says when she got it the next day, the fast food chain even slipped in some gift cards and goodies.
That was nice of them.
Above and beyond.
Yeah. Number 4 now this morning, the city will continue working out the kinks of the ART bus system. And from the mayor's recent update, there are some serious problems which will delay service for at least another year. Some of the issues include the design of stations at Atrisco and Washington. Also problems with the electric buses, half of which are not even here yet. The city also says the company making them is running into issues themselves, like determining how far the buses can go on a single charge with the new technology.
At number 3, a New Mexico state lawmaker is hoping to stop President Trump's plans to build a border wall with new legislation. Democratic Representative Bill McCamley, who represents the border area, says he will introduce legislation that prohibits the use of state land in the construction of the president's proposed wall along the Mexico border. President Trump's administration has proposed spending $18 billion for the wall, which is expected to take over 10 years to build.
Number 2 now, a storm making its way through New Mexico, being blamed for at least 15 deaths so far in Southern California. Many others still deemed missing. That storm dumped several inches of rain in the last 2 days around the burn scar areas, triggering deadly mudslides. Here's new video of it. For more details on this, go to our website, KRQE.com.
At number 1, rain and snow continuing to push in from the west. Western central New Mexico, it's higher elevation snow and low elevation rain. Albuquerque looking at the possibility of light rain. I know we're getting some sprinkles out on the west side. On top of that, strong winds out of the west, 25 to 35 miles per hour sustained. Much stronger as you get into the plains. Temperatures in the 50s today, 40s and breezy tomorrow.